Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for checking out my last video and for coming back for this one, because my last video got so many views in such a short amount of time. I so appreciate it, and I really just want to say thank you. In this video, I want to talk about how therapy has helped in my weight loss journey. Coming up next, what I have to say might trigger some. That being said, feel free to press pause. Come back in the future when you're ready. Don't force yourself, just do it when you're ready. I've gone to a therapist multiple times in my life. When I was younger, it didn't really take as strong as effect as it did most recently. I wasn't really ready to deal with my past when I was younger. So I talked about this in previous videos. I feel I haven't given a lot of details, and that's because I just wasn't ready to share it at that point. I wanted to, but until I was ready, I couldn't. I mentioned before that I was abused as a kid and by several people within my family. I got the help when I was younger, but I got help far too late. And that being said, it kind of had a bad effect on my future as an adult. Because trauma was so prevalent in my family, nobody really got the help, and nobody thought it was wise to get the help. So it was a complete cycle, and the cycle ended with me. I really struggled with eating disorders, restricting and binging. Not only did therapy help me mentally, but it also helped me physically with my spirituality and my overall health. It made such a massive difference in my life that I've really not just started, but have just continued healing. One of the reasons why I was never able to heal properly and as quickly as some would have is because those people who inflicted the trauma were still in my life. And until I could get them out of my life, could I actually start to heal. And once I did, the process started. I'm not gonna say it was easy, because it definitely wasn't. I feel like it might have taken a couple years off my life, but it was worth it because now I actually have life to live. Whereas before I didn't. I can't even say I was living. I was very numb. I really didn't like people. I like people just a little bit more now. But I have also learned to set boundaries with those people that I need to, and it is very healthy to do so. So I talked about going to see a therapist when I was younger. I wasn't quite ready then to deal with the trauma. First off, I didn't really know how much damage the trauma made in my life. And when I started getting the flashbacks, that's when I really needed that help. That's when I really looked towards a therapist, because I knew I could get help. I was able to attend a local counseling group that specializes against sexual abuse and assault of any kind. And they took me out of a very deep place, very dark and deep place. A short time after the initial flashbacks, I started to receive more flashbacks from another human being, shall we call them. So had those flashbacks, had to deal with them. That counselor group was then able to help me again. Depending where you live, you can get a referral from your doctor for a therapist, a nutritionist, and a social worker, which is exactly what I did. The nutritionist actually told me that there's a link between abuse, trauma, and eating disorders. That was just a massive turning point in my life, because then I knew that what I went through, other people also went through, unfortunately. But at the same time, she was also very knowledgeable in helping me deal with my issues and letting me know that even though I was trained to think that all these foods are bad, my nutritionist instilled in me that food has good properties, no matter what kind of food it is. But the problem is that I didn't know how to stop eating once I started. And I started to fill my mouth with food just to fill the hole that was in my heart. But the problem is that I didn't know how to stop eating once I started. and I started to fill my mouth with food just to fill the hole that was in my heart. So my nutritionist worked with my therapist as well as the social worker to help me move past my trauma. Although it took a while to help me regain, or even, I can't even say regain because I don't even think I had control over my eating habits, like ever. But with the help of them, I had constant support. And that's truly what we need with weight loss. We need support. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. Everyone needs to be believed. They need to feel loved, and they need to feel safe. And if you don't feel that way, your body has a natural response to trauma. So get the help, because it is so worth it. It truly is a journey, and it'll be a journey worth taking. I can promise you that. It's quite like going for a hike up a steep mountain. It's really easy at the beginning, but then it gets really, really hard, because then you have to deal with the hard stuff. And then it gets better, and it gets a lot easier. Then finally, when you reach the ground, it's just smooth sailing. Yeah, you'll have a couple days where you don't really like life and you just want to stay in bed, and those days happen, but they're very, very few and far between. And one thing that my therapist has helped me to see and understand is that gradual changes are so much better than quick changes, because the gradual changes help you lifelong. The quick, immediate diet changes, it might help you lose weight quickly, but have you ever found that you can keep it off? Do that gradual change, that gradual decrease of food intake, whether you're on Ozempic or not. Instead of going from 12 chocolate bars in one sitting, like this girl did, go to 10, and then slowly work down to 6, like every 2 weeks or something like that. And guess what? Maybe once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, do I actually have a chocolate bar? And that's really why they call it a journey, because it takes a while to get to your destination. It's not instant. Remember a few videos back, you would have seen that I was doing a photo shoot for Health Monitor. With the magazine, they did interview me. One of the things the interviewer had mentioned is that a lot of overweight or obese patients are very well known to have a deeper rooted cause of being obese. So if you have the resources available, contact your doctor, get a referral. You can get the help, and hopefully, depending on your situation, at no cost to you. It may just be the link that you need to get to the root of the issue, so that you could live a more healthier life than you ever thought possible. The beauty as well to having a doctor is you can not only get referred to for a nutritionist, a therapist, as well as a social worker, but you can also get referred to an endocrinologist, which is exactly who started me up on Ozempic. If you've watched my previous videos, this endocrinologist is amazing. I've actually referred one of my viewers to her as well as to my doctor. And thankfully, she's been able to get the help that she needs as well. And I hope that she continues to. I hope you're able to get the help that you need sooner rather than later, because I know if it's benefited me, and I'm looking forward to living the rest of my 30s in more peace than I started my 30s off with. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because as much as it's been hard to get out, I also have come to understand that there are people that need to hear this, because I certainly needed to when I was starting this journey. That's all for me, folks. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want to, so you don't miss the next video.
That's good.